Some places feel empty. Others feel watched. This one was both. After parting with Ham, Leo kept walking west for days. The hills faded behind him, and the ground began to flatten. The sun disappeared more often than it showed, and the wind never stopped moving. Ham's goodbye wasn't anything special. Just a short pause, a blink, and then Ham said, "The snow is not very merciful. If you ever find yourself where the world turns white, don't trust the quiet." Leo didn't ask what that meant. He just nodded and left. Some friendships weren't meant to last longer than the trail. A few days passed. The colors of the world changed. Browns turned to pale grays. Greens became brittle and dry. He climbed small ridges and crossed frozen mud. But the first time he saw it, he froze. Ham mentioned about this. Snow. He blinked, lowered his head to sniff it. It was like cold sand, but soft and light. He nudged it with a hoof, then stepped back when it clung to his fur. Weird stuff. He looked around. Everything was white. The sky, the ground, even the trees. It looked like the sky had fallen and decided to stay. He didn't hate it. He just didn't know what to do with it. As he moved deeper, the snow grew thicker. His steps got slower. And even though the world was silent, something felt wrong. Not loud wrong, just not right. He glanced behind him a few times. Nothing. But his gut kept tightening. Then, in the middle of a patch of silent trees, he saw it. A rabbit, lying in the snow. Not breathing, not eaten. Just there, still. Around it, tracks. Large ones. Deep. He stared at them. He didn't recognize the shape. Not deer, not rabbit, not anything he knew. They led in a wide circle, then vanished toward the trees. Leo said nothing. He just walked again. But now, he looked back more often. And he didn't joke about the snow anymore. He didn't know what had made those prints. The shape was unfamiliar. Wide at the front, sharp at the back. Definitely not hooves. Definitely not his. And that rabbit, it hadn't frozen. Its fur was too clean. The body was curled like it had been placed there. No blood. No bite marks. Just dead. Leo had seen hunger. He knew what it looked like when an animal was killed to be eaten. But this wasn't that. This was something else. Something colder than the snow. He didn't stop to study it. Just kept moving faster now. Snow crunching louder beneath him. The silence wasn't empty anymore. It was waiting. The trees thinned as he moved uphill. His hooves slipped now and then. The frozen ground wasn't forgiving. Icy winds pushed against his antlers, like they were trying to turn him around. But he didn't stop. There were no sounds, not even birds. Just the occasional groan of a frozen tree or the crunch of old snow underfoot. Then, a sound that didn't come from him. A slow crunch. Faint. Off to the right. He froze. His ears turned first, then his eyes. Nothing, just the slope and a few jagged rocks. He waited. A second sound, closer. "Who's there?" he said, low but clear. Silence. Then, from behind a rock, movement. A shape emerged. Pale, sleek, silent. Not like anything he'd seen. A snow leopard. Thick fur, calm eyes, and paws that didn't make a sound. It stood on a flat ledge, watching him. Not hunting, just watching. Leo tensed, but didn't step back. He held his ground. The leopard finally spoke. "You're not built for this place." Leo didn't know what to say. He stood quite. "You don't talk much, huh?" the figure said, stepping down lightly onto the snow. "Good. That makes two of us." Leo stayed still, unsure if he should run or stay. The snow leopard didn't get closer, just looked at him for a moment, then turned to climb higher. "If you're not here to die, come with me." That was it. No name, no warning, no threat, just an option. Leo didn't ask questions. He followed. They climbed in silence. Jack, that's what he eventually called himself, didn't say much, just moved like the snow belonged to him. His paws didn't sink. His tail barely flicked. Leo kept up as best he could, slipping now and then, catching his breath. At one point, Leo told Jack that he saw a rabbit down in jungle, just laying there still warm and lots of footprint nearby. Jack replied, Poor thing, hunted for fun." Leo blinked. "You saw that?" Jack nodded slowly. "Whatever did that, it wasn't hungry. It was making a point." Leo didn't respond. He didn't know how to. They kept walking, through narrow ledges, wide plateaus, and patches of frozen trees that reached like claws into the sky. After a long pause, Jack said, "There's talk about these meadows, far past the White Canyons." He didn't look at Leo, just kept watching the sky. "Some say there's a spirit out there, white as snow, walks like wind, leaves no tracks." He shrugged. "I've never seen it, but creatures go quiet when they talk about it. That means something." Leo said nothing, but something about it stayed in his mind. A spirit? A white shadow? Maybe it was just a story, but in a world this quiet, even stories can feel like directions. And for the first time, Leo wanted to follow one. But then Jack warns Leo about the canyons. He says, "But be careful of the canyon. Beyond those cliffs it all opens up, but the wind changes there. Harder to follow your own thoughts." Leo wasn't sure what that meant, but it sounded important. Leo remembered Ham also mentioned something about the canyons. Things fall in there. Sometimes things come out too. And then they reached it. A cliff, wide and still, overlooking a valley bathed in shadow. And above it, the sky began to breathe. Colors spilled from the stars. Green, purple, silver. The aurora danced without sound, but it felt louder than anything Leo had heard. Jack sat. Leo joined him. No talking. No reason to. Just the wind, the light, and the cold earth beneath them. He looked at Jack once. The snow leopard didn't look back, just kept his eyes on the sky, like he'd seen it before, but it still surprised him. Leo thought about the tracks, the rabbit, the feeling that someone was watching, and then he let it go. Just for tonight. The snow had brought silence, but not peace, not yet. Leo had a goal now. He wanted to see the spirit of the meadows. In that moment, Leo wasn't lost. He wasn't searching. He wasn't running. He was just here. Somewhere behind them, the snow was shifting again, and the thing that made those tracks was still moving.